The Winter Classic weekend is more than half over, just Sunday left and 2 games to play. After 2 nail-biting finishes on Saturday, and the home teams still winless throughout the weekend, there is still lots more to come on the road to the Winter Classic.
Have you got color in your cheeks? Do you ever get that feel that you can't shift the tide that sticks?
Just over 12 hours after the Cougars and Hawks played in the second ever BCMML Winter Classic, it is the Capitals and Comets' turn to make history, stepping on the ice for Canada's first ever Female Midget outdoor game.
I tell my girl that I'ma change my ways. She knows I'm never gonna change. Same old shit, running my mouth until she busts my lid. So many problems, you can take your pick. I know I'm never gonna change. I am what I am, I know what I know. I'll let you down if you let me too close. I am what I am, know where I go. If you catch me running away, then you'll know I can't change, 'cause you can blame it on my left side.
The temperatures have warmed up in Fort St. James from -15 the night before to a balmy -6 for the female game. The Monday after, it would have been too warm to play as the temperature rose above freezing. Had the games happened days before, the -30 weather would have chased the event indoors. The event's timing worked out perfectly.
She's looked sharp in her return to the net. Of course, things didn't go her way on Friday. The first 3 goals of that period were well within the first 6 minutes. And that basically sealed the game based off of that start. She's looked a lot more ready to go in the start here, but as soon as I say that...
A cross-ice feed and a goal by Buglioni. It's 1-0 Comets. And the captain of Greater Vancouver making the Caps pay. That's today. Comets in on a partial break. Quick shot. Saved there by Sturgeon. Point blank. And Weeb can't believe it. And that's a big save there by Sturgeon.
Much to the pleasure of the viewers, I'm sure.
Point shot in front. They score. Seeing eye point shot there by Swiderski.
No goal, high stick, says the official in front.
No, they're calling this one off as a high stick. So a break there for the Capitals. And the buzzer sounds as it's a 1-0 lead for the Comets. After 20 minutes of play in the first ever Female Midget AAA Winter Classic, visitors in front by 1. As well.
Early in the second period, with the game tight, BC Premier John Horgan joins our broadcast team and briefly takes over color commentary.
As we drop the puck on period number 2, Capitals a bit closer to us this time around if you're watching at home.
We've got a special guest star joining us right now here in the second period. The Premier of British Columbia, John Horgan, is going to hop on, do some color commentary for us. So I will hand the mic over now. Here you go, John.
Oh, welcome to the Winter Classic, the first female Midget AAA Winter Classic ever in Canada. You've been up in this area all weekend. How's your visit been, Mr. Premier?
Oh, it's been a great time. We had a big hospital announcement, a new hospital being built in Fort St. James, but as much as the community is delighted with that good news, the buzz has been about the Winter Classic. Perfect conditions this morning for the women's game. About 5 or 6 below zero. I'm being optimistic. The ice is in perfect shape. The girls are just showing us their skill. It's been a great start to the game. The second period is going to be a really strong one.
Yeah, we're definitely not freezing like we were last night out there.
No, that's right. The women are showing us their skills on the smaller ice. The boys last night, I think that the close proximity meant that there was a lot more smashing and crashing, a lot of penalties called. Today we're seeing the skill of the women, and it's really exciting hockey. 1-0 game. It's a good result so far.
Mr. Premier, thank you very much for the visit. Thank you very much for coming down and celebrating on such a festive weekend for us, and enjoy the rest of your stay here in the North.
I'll do that. Thanks a lot. It's been a pleasure to be on the air. Take care.
Thank you, John. So that was our Premier, John Horgan.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously politics are working out pretty well for him, but if he ever needs a fallback, broadcasting might not be a bad option. I think maybe a lot of people back home sad that I'm back on the air. He did a bang-up job on the mic. And I'm fearing for my job a little bit. Job security's not running as high as it was about 10 minutes ago.
Either way, the Comets have the puck. Puck goes high up with the glass down to Hutchings. Now the Capitals have a 2-on-1. Quick shot through the ice. Oh, McLeod. She bobbles it. The rebound is loose, and then Bautista goes crashing into the goal. Now the Comets breakaway here for Alexander. Short-handed. Piper Alexander. Oh, and a stop by McLeod. Point blank. Alexander. It seemed like she had all day, and McLeod robs her on a short-handed breakaway.
At the exact halfway mark of the second period, both teams recognize how special participating in the Winter Classic is and switch goaltenders so that all 4 goalies get 30 minutes of outdoor action.
Verbeek and Petitclerc Crosby will come in, so
that's a fun way of doing that.
They're going to allow all the goaltenders to play in this game, and why not? This is such a fun experience.
A pair of second period goals would put the Capitals down by 3, headed into the second intermission.
Puck is loose at the side of the goal. They jam away at it, and they score. The Comets at the side of the goal. It's 2-0 Madison Wiebe off of what looked to be a broken play, and it's 2-0 Comets. That's a tough one to give up if you're the Capitals. As things look to be going their way to a certain extent. That allows the Comets to clear now. Breakaway for Buglioni, shorthanded. Buglioni in, shoots, stopped there by Crosby. Puck is loose in the slot. Capitals come away with it. It's Curley, Brett Curley, in, goes wide, backhand try for Verbeek. Oh, the rebound just missed there by Outhouse, who drew that penalty, and she almost got rewarded for it offensively. Moore back behind, pitching in front there is Wiley. She couldn't quite get to it. Now it's the Comets coming back out to get it. 2-on-1. Oh, Wiebe tried the one-time shot. She fanned on it. Now, tip in front. They score on the redirect. And the Comets making a 3-goal edge as it's Vanessa Rubin on the 2-on-1 down low. And you don't want to say that's a backbreaker, but a late goal like that can be a definite deflator for the Capitals, as it's now a 3-goal deficit with 2:48 to go in the second period. It's Outhouse. 2 seconds, 1 second. The horn will sound, and the Vancouver Comets get 2 late ones to extend their advantage to 3, but definitely not for a lack of effort for the Capitals, who find themselves well behind the 8 ball here heading into the intermission. Brendan Pawliw and Will Peters getting you set for third period action on the first ever BC Female Midget AAA Winter Classic here from Fort St. James at the Ernie Sam Memorial Arena. Comets up 3-0 courtesy of a pair of goals late in that second period, coming off the stick of Madison Wiebe, who got one of those as we now drop the puck on period 3. Time. Back in front, Elliott, forehand back in. Oh, and a stop there by Crosby. The rebound's jammed aside by Elliott, and they score 4-0. Petitclerc Crosby had it, but it came back out in front for Elliott, who's had a huge weekend. And it's a 4-0 lead for the Comets. And that'll do it as the Vancouver Comets win 4-0 over the Northern Capitals. It was a fun environment for both these teams. Comets, of course, taking all 3 games here. Fort Form.
The Comets are able to complete the shutout and add a 4th goal for good measure, becoming the first ever Female Midget Winter Classic champions. With the Comets' victory, both home teams were shut out at Ernie Sam in 2020. The home team has lost 4 of 4 games so far in the Winter Classic weekend, with 1 game to go. It comes down to the Cariboo Cougars in the Fort Forum, who fight for the weekend split with the Vancouver Northwest Hawks.
Well, hello and welcome to the 5th and final game of the BC Winter Classic weekend here in Fort St. James. We're back at the Forum for another matinee between the Cariboo Cougars and the Vancouver Northwest Hawks.
They're playing against the second place Vancouver Northwest Hawks, and next weekend they will go down to play the Vancouver Northeast Chiefs.
Off the draw, it comes back to Cariboo. As taking a hit there was Price Peets, the Kamloops Blazers prospect. Hawks, much like last night, doing a good job of getting either sticks or bodies in lanes. Now Yarsh, sharp angle shot, puck is loose, the rebound, they jam away at it, puck in front, they score! Niko Mijatovic picking up the loose change, and it's 1-0 Cariboo Cougars.
The fierce on-ice rivalry between the Cougars and Hawks carries over into the Sunday game as the physical play only amps up and the parade to the penalty box continues.
Continue on here. And then Kenny Gareau gets belted. Cariboo bench takes exception to that.
That's going to be a penalty.
So cooler heads not prevailing right now. Get around his man, can't finish the job though, but he gets the puck back after getting hit. He's got Brown with him. Yarsh folded up hard. Brown in front, quick shot, he scores! Hunter Brown into the slot area. Goes top cheddar on Kane, and it's 2-0 Cariboo Cougars.
That was a really quick feed out from the corner, straight to the tape of Hunter Brown. He makes no mistake firing that one far glove hand side.
And Gareau will go back for it. That should pretty much do it for the opening period. As the Cariboo Cougars crack 2 past the Hawks, courtesy of...
In the first period, the Cougars are able to find the back of the net twice, carrying a 2-0 lead into what would prove to be an action-packed second period.
Brendan Pawliw and Will Peters getting you set for second period action from the Fort Forum in Fort St. James as Hunter Brown and Niko Mijatovic on the score sheet. Maybe one too many moves there from Bott, who's smarting a little bit after that sequence. Now a partial breakaway for Fraser. Fraser in, hauled down, saved by Gareau. This could be a penalty shot. Howard kept to the corner, now it's Kim. Campbell waiting, shooting, saved by Gareau. The rebound, they jam away, they score. Vancouver Northwest on the board, courtesy of the rebound try by Owen Howard.
I'm sure words being exchanged out there, and it looks like frustrations are piling up.
And they go short side and score. Vancouver Northwest ties it up.
Kenny Gareau is irate. There are 2 pucks on the ice.
Yeah, there were 2 pucks on the ice. Mass confusion everywhere. They still don't know where the second puck came from.
Gareau's picked it up. It's a practice puck. There's no emblem on the side of it. That's a practice puck. The real puck is in the hand of the Cariboo forward next to him. What a strange one. I can't say I've ever seen that before.
And they call off the goal.
The Hawks are not happy about this one. But Kenny Gareau right away adamant that that puck did not beat him.
Kenny Gareau just rim it around the goal. Pretty much as a last resort kind of play. Then Fisher O'Brien gets pulled over. That was a high hit.
They're going to get called for that.
That was Fraser again. He'll go back to the box. And then it's turned over. Back down the ice we come. It's a 2-on-1. Here comes Ochitwa. Waiting. Shooting. Post. He scores! Alex Ochitwa posted in, and it's 3-1 Cariboo Cougars.
Alex Ochitwa showing great speed.
Puck just sits in the slot area. It comes all the way to Ochitwa. And the Cougars bring it out. Quick shot, tipped in and they score! Cariboo does it again! Not sure if it was Hassman or the original shooter, but either way, it's a 4-1 Cariboo lead. Kodalik, 1-on-2. Quick shot, bar down and he scores! What a goal scorer's goal that was by Kodalik. And the Hawks get a huge one. Babcock, cross-ice feed, that misses its target. Now it's Benedette. Benedette waiting, doesn't shoot. Babcock through a screen and he scores! Babcock makes it 4-3. And just like that, it's a one-shot game. McGrath gets it back. Into the corner it goes. It's Ochitwa waiting, shooting through a screen. He scores! Alex Ochitwa! Second of the game. It's 5-3 Cariboo Cougars.
Second of the game, second power play goal of the game.
Wide off the corner, rims all the way around. Opposite point is open, it's Benedette. Puck sits in the slot, turning and shooting. Hawk, what a shot, Gareau, and they score on the rebound. And it's Kotlak again, and it's a 5-4. O'Brien as we head towards the final minute of the second period. Cariboo on the power play. Bott goes under the blade of O'Brien. Now it's Breenan. Cross-ice feed, Bott, he scores! Brennan Bott backdoor, he was wide open. getting past the outstretched arm of Kane, and it's a 6-4 lead.
How many goals in the last 5 minutes can there be scored in a hockey game? We've got to be coming up on a record here.
And it will most likely carry over if they don't score in the next 5 seconds.
Cariboo Cougars unable to get one on the power play yesterday despite a flurry of chances, as that's going to do it.
Puck is cleared, the buzzer will sound, and the goal fest that was the second period is now over. But the positive thing is the Cariboo Cougars are up 6-4 after that goal fest of a second period. It'll carry a 2-goal lead, much like they did after the first period into the dressing room, as we get set for what should be an interesting third period.
After an offense-filled second period, seeing 4 goals from each team, the Cougars find themselves 20 minutes away from securing the weekend's only victory for the home team.
3 here at the Fort Forum.
Cougars penalty.
Now O'Brien, partial breakaway. O'Brien past Fraser. Oh, he hit the goalpost. And now a penalty coming up here. Gets the puck rather, cycles it back along the wall. It's Breenan. Now to O'Brien, waiting, shooting, tip in front, open cage. Oh, how did he miss that? Yarish had a wide open net, and he ran out of room.
The Cougars looking for the split right now.
Gelbard turns it over. Breakaway chance here for Yarish. Emptied it. He went over the goal. Gets it back on the side of the net. Now it comes off. And Walker will blow it down here with 49 seconds to go. 25 seconds to go. Hawks need to get 2 quick ones here. Yarish has the puck in his feet. It's in the corner. Fraser now along the goal line. Can't shoot. Puck is blocked, and now Yarish with an empty net. He's got a breakaway. Carter Yarish to ice it, and he does. It's a 7-4 win for the Cariboo Cougars. Has the empty net goal with 6.5 to go. Earns a split against the Vancouver Northwest Hawks. And a game misconduct issued right after the empty net.
The 4th attempt at the empty net, and finally the Cougars able to connect, and that's pretty much going to do it here in the Fort Forum.
And the Cariboo Cougars earn a wild 7-4 victory against the Vancouver Northwest Hawks to split the weekend series here at the Fort Forum.
The second annual BC Midget Hockey Winter Classic weekend has come and gone. The games themselves, while living up to expectations, were just a small part of the weekend. The hard work, the rivalries, the weather concerns, the support from the small northern communities, and the great overarching weekend story proves once again that hockey is more than just a game. We'll see you next year when we do it all over again in 2021.
If you feel the same as I do, we could be together.
Hello out there, we're on the air, it's hockey night tonight.
With a little brotherhood rivalry, who do you think's the better sibling?
Oh, well, I think just on the ice, I mean, it's me, and off the ice as well. I mean, I'm just a better human being than him overall, and I mean, the kid's got to work on some respect, I think.
Nico, why are you so sweaty?
Tough practice today, boys, you know. Tough couple losses to OKR on the weekend, but
Oh, you were watching Cops, isn't that right? Okay, take 4.
Hey. Why are you so sweaty? I was watching Cops.
I am here with Team BC alumni, Seattle Thunderbird signee, and 6th-round draft pick, Nico Majotovic. Nico, are you excited for the Winter Classic? I know you touched my
yes.
Yeah. Why are you so sweaty?
Just finished watching Cops.
Cops doesn't start till 4.
Because I know Cops doesn't start till 4. I know Cops doesn't start till 4.
Be a good opportunity. Got to get 4 pucks. Get the puck in.
4 bucks.
Restarts. Take 20. Everyone's laughing, eh? That's funny, Bonner. That's funny.
Scrub, get a scrub.
Awesome. And why are you so sweaty?
I was watching Cops. I know! Cops didn't start till 4! Bush League!
Okay, that's enough video.
Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good